Texas used to pride itself on its independence. You know, go out, do what you want, and determine your own destiny. That's been flipped on its head. I live in Texas. It's not the same place anymore. Recently, an 87-year-old woman who was engaged in helping housebound elderly people fill out their voting by mail ballots, instructed them on how they needed to do that, had her house raided at 6 o'clock in the morning by a division of the Attorney General's office called the Voter Integrity Unit. She was standing outside in her nightgown while they went through her house. And she wasn't the only one this happened to. So, my thing is, and this was in Texas, which used to be like, come to Texas, determine your own destiny, you got the wide open spaces, and, not a lot of government interference in your life. So, when did Texas and many parts of the country become like Afghanistan? And when did some of the political leadership become like the Taliban? Women have fewer rights now. That tracks with what's going on in Afghanistan. You can't read what you want, particularly in school, banning books, removing books from libraries, all those kind of activities. The one thing you have to think about, and I think about it all the time, was Jim Jones, the cult leader, who led his group of people down into the jungle. And at the last minute, many of them realized what was going on, but it was too late, and they had to drink the poison mixture. And that's where some of the term of drinking the Kool-Aid comes from. I had a relative die down there. The difference is Jones took his group and went to a foreign country. What's happening here is they're transforming the country around us. So we're trapped in the middle of it, like a mass kidnapping. So I'm just saying this to say, your vote this time is not just for, this guy's conservative, this guy's liberal, they've got these economic policies, and, the other group has another set of economic policies. This is a fight for the environment, the country, the surroundings, the laws, the restrictions. This is a fight for your very way of life transforming. Because before, there was this envelope called the Constitution that you lived under. So whether it was a Republican or a Democrat in office, there was only so much going to happen, mostly on economics, foreign policy, things like that. This election is, what kind of world will you live in? What will you be able to do? Where will you be able to go? Can you to make decisions on your medical health? This is different. This is changing everything. So even if the other guy wins, you can't count on the pillars that are in place to only allow so much leeway in what can happen. Because they're turning the pillars down. And it's just free reign. Because if you're not on the right boat,